Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden of Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Hope you're all doing well. Happy April Fool's Day. Ray, yes. But it is Friday, so this is a good thing. So, for all of you out and about, have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. Just remember, be careful. And, watch out for roadblocks and all that kind of good stuff. And if you're drinking, if you drank a little too much, well, it pays to call a friend, a cab, or something. All right. But anyway, we got a 4 console stream here. Okay, these are 4 consoles that customers bought. We have let's see here. We have Justin. We've got Ted. We got good old Hai. I hope I pronounced his name right. And we got Matt. Okay, now they purchased consoles off the website from us. Now all these are up on Alliance servers. They all got a 120 days on our server. All right, they all got college football revamped, 2K hoops, various mod menus for BO1, BO2, MW3, Ghosts. Also, our off hosts on the server. Okay, if you don't know what an off host is, it's a cheat that lets you online be able to do all kinds of crazy stuff and all that. And these are all RGH3. They all got a 1-year part and labor warranty, of course. And we're going to be shipping them off tomorrow. You will get tracking numbers in your email. You will get a link to the startup setup video, and you will also get a link to this video here. Alright, so if you're not present, well, guess what? That's okay, because you'll get a link to this video as well. So anyway, we're going to start it off tonight here with Mr. Justin. Oh, God. I'm not even going to pronounce his last name. Okay, I'm just not even going to try. Alright, but anyway, Justin. Okay. This is your console right here, bud. Alright, now I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fire it up. Okay, we're going to make sure that it works. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swap out to the video capture card here. And let's see how this works, okay? And hopefully it doesn't do anything crazy or anything like that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set this controller. And of course, system booted. And now what we're going to do is it's going to go ahead. It's going to sign into Alliance servers, okay? And then we're going to get some notifications from that, letting us know it's online live. We're going to get a notification from the CFBR updater, okay? And, and then we're going to go through this thing, okay? And that way then you can see what's on it, so then that way you know what you're getting when it arrives at your house. Also, please watch that startup setup video. You've got to watch that, and you've got to perform the setup on your network before you start this console up. That's why I'm telling you to please watch that link and watch that video. It's very important. It also explains a lot of stuff about the console, a lot of stuff about dash launch, plugins, all that stuff. So please watch that. Okay, so now anyway, as you can see, we got our CFBR. So we're already up to date. So I'm just gonna hit already up to date, and we're good. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through this thing. Okay, so we'll go to Xbox 360. We start off here, and as you can see, I don't know which size hard drive this is. Let me see here. Okay, this one's a 250 gig. Okay, all right. So this one is a 250 gig. It's easy to find out. Just hit the back button and then go to File Manager, and it will normally tell you right here what size it is. Okay, so it's 228.1 gigabytes available. You got 3.7 gigabytes left of it, and and the reason why it's 228 is because the rest of that is for the operating system. Okay, just so you know. Now we start off at the dashboard, work our way through, and as you can see, we got Battlefields, Call of Duties on here at the yin yang. Okay, College Hoops 2K8. You got Gears of War series on here. You got Grand Theft Auto 5. You got Grand Theft Auto 4, which is playable online, by the way. And then of course you got Halo 3, and they're all modded with mod menus and all that kind of good stuff. You got NCAA Football 14, College Football revamped on that thing as well. Okay, you got Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, and then we're back to the dashboard. Now, doesn't stop there. Okay, we go to Xbox Live Arcade. We got a ton of Live Arcade on there as well for you to enjoy, as much as a 250 gig drive can handle. And then of course we have our homebrew section. This is where our tools reside that we use to, do things with the console and everything else. And then, of course, we have our classic game on there. We got a classic game. We got one on there, Tony Hawk's Underground. Okay, that's the original Xbox game from the original Xbox back in 2002. All right, and yes, you can play it. You got to play it in bypass mode. I explained bypass mode in that startup setup video. Okay, so please make sure to watch that. All right, and then of course you've got indie games on there. You got Trailer Park King. You got Voice Changer 360, and then you've got emulators on there. And I hate when it does that because that makes me crazy. Okay, you gotta set the cover up. There we go. Okay, now, happy now? Here we go. Downloading the item, processing the item. Boom, there it is, and there's Mario. Hey, freaking Mario, eh? Alright, now, okay. So anyway, we've got our FCEUX emulator, which is Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo. All right, so on and so forth. Now we're gonna go to Xbox 360. We're gonna hit the dashboard, make sure that she's up and online, which it should be. And which there you are. Hello again, Justin. Okay, we got it. Good. Okay, bypass the sign in. Okay, and as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD. And then over in our fifth tab, we have our cheats. These are our off hosts, as I explained. You've got Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats, so on and so forth. And then we will bring this back to Xbox Home, and that's going to take us back. Also, we're doing our update to the server this weekend, okay? So I will announce when the server goes down. It's going to go down for maybe about 15 or 20 minutes because we're migrating a database, okay? We did a lot of work to this thing, all right, because it's going to have no KV mode, all right, and also some other things too. So needless to say, if you're going to see a post coming from me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll post it here as well, that that we're going to be down for about 10 to 15 minutes. We can't have connections going on while we're migrating a database. It's not a good idea, okay? We don't need to have that, all right? So anyway, needless to say, all right, just to warn you, this weekend we are doing an update to the server, and you will be getting a new XEX, which will automatically update to the Xbox itself, okay? And then you will be able to enjoy a little bit more stuff on there, as well as no KV mode, all right? So anyway, now we're done here with Mr. Justin. I want to thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. We're shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number in your email, okay, in which you will have signature confirmation. You have to sign for this thing, all right? Once it gets to your house, please watch the startup setup video. Like I said, like I'm giving you the link in the email that's gonna have your tracking number and all that. Please watch that before you power this on. Otherwise, you're gonna be sitting at that Xbox 360 logo for a long time. The thing's gonna act like a stuttering friggin' puke. All right, you don't want to do that, okay? So anyway, thank you again, Justin. I greatly do appreciate it, brother. All right, and we're done with Justin. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap back to the camera right here. We're done with Justin, and now I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull that power cord out on that one. And we got good old Ted Burke here. Okay, Ted, he purchased the console off the website. This is Slim Shiny. Alright, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plug this video in right here. Alright, there we have it. Okay, now hopefully you can see that. Yes, you can. Because I can see it, and that means that you can see it. Alright, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to swap back over to the capture card right here. And I'm going to boot this thing up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to also sync the controller as well. Okay, that way then I don't have a mess on my hands. There we go. Alright, system booted. Okay, now Ted, he got a 250 gig drive. Alright, this one RGH3, of course. Alright, as you can tell, because it boots very quickly. And we're going to boot up into Aurora. And pretty much you're going to have the same complement as Mr. Justin. Okay? So, there you are. We're already up to date. Life is good. Into Alliance, we're good. Okay, now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start off here. Xbox 360. Okay, and as you can see, pretty much the same complement as the other one. Okay, all your games on there and everything else, including College Football Revamped and 2K8 Hoops. And then of course you have your Xbox Live Arcade. And then of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. You also have your classic game on there. And then of course you have indie games. And you have your emulators. Okay, and again with this stupid thing. Oh my God. When am I going to learn? Okay, now. Alright, so that's the way you download artwork, by the way. Okay, just so you want to know. So you can even change up the artwork if you want. You need to download, and there is a ton of covers on there that you can choose from, as you can see. Okay, you just pick the cover that you want, and off you go. Just like this. And, it'll change the cover for you. And it'll download, and then it'll process, and all that other happy nonsense. And as you can see, there you go. Alright, so pretty easy to do. So you can customize it any which way you want. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to Xbox 360 here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to hit the dashboard. Make sure she gets live and all that happy nonsense. All right. Bypass the sign in. Oops-a daisy. Okay, for some reason it decided to do something stupid and didn't get on the network. Okay. So now this is when crazy stuff happens. Okay. We'll do our network settings. Okay. And I know why. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Okay. Hold on. I know why. You know why? I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Okay. Sometimes this stuff happens, and it's because of a network issue. All right, we'll go ahead. Let's see here what we got here. Okay, it says okay, out of time. Contact us for more time. All right. Now, what happened is that thing decided to do something stupid on the server end. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you that screen for a minute here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the screen and make sure that everything is okay with this thing. All right. Yeah, and that's what happened right there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix him right now. All right. Okay. So we have, yeah. Okay. There we go. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to put in his time. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to edit that. And that should be it. And there we go. And we're good. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to minus that on out of there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'll swap back over here. All right, now what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring back up the capture card. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to File Manager. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to reset this thing and make sure that everything is right. So we go ahead, we delete that, get that off of there. Good. Okay. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and what we'll do is we will reboot the machine. Okay. So I'm going to hit it off. I'm going to turn it off. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it back on. Okay. Now, system should reboot real quick. Testament to RGH3 right here. Of course, and it booted. All right. Now what happens is either it's going to go to dashboard or it's going to reset. It's going to reset itself. Okay. Which means it's setting the KV. Okay. Sometimes that stuff happens. We'll see what happens now. And hopefully my network didn't puke. But it didn't. Okay. Alliance. No, not now. Ask me later. Okay, good. All right. Now, let's see what happens now, shall we? Yep, and there we go. Okay, got it? Good. And now you will see that you were online. Okay. See, that's what happens when you forget to put the CPU key in the server. So anyway, there you go, Ted. You're online. You're up. You're online. Life is good. Anyway, quick little lesson for you guys, okay? And as you can see, unbanned reserved for 120 days. Now, over in our fifth tab, we have our cheats. We have you can disable them by hitting A. You can enable by hitting A. Okay, you got Advanced Warfare, BO2, Ghost, Modern Warfare 3 cheats. And remember, we are going to be doing an update to the server this weekend. Just to let you know, there's going to be downtime for about 15 minutes. We will warn you, okay, before we go ahead and turn it off and migrate the database, okay, just to let you know. So, anyway, Xbox Home, we'll bring that back. All right. Antonio, what's happening, man? Deadpool, good to see you. Man, I'm telling you, man, just been crazy busy. Trying to get all this stuff done here. All right. So anyway, Mr. Ted, thank you so much for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. We're going to be shipping it off. Tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number and all that kind of good stuff in your email, okay? Along with a link, again, to the important startup setup video that you need to have, okay? Because if you don't follow that setup guide, you're going to be sitting at that Xbox 360 logo for a very long time. All right. Now, what we have here is we have Mr. Hayaha. Okay, now, I really do hope I pronounce his name properly, okay, which I rather doubt, but, you know, hey, what the hell. I tried, okay? Now, he went ahead, he purchased the console off the website from us. This one is a slim, and of course, well, no, duh, really, Tony? Christogenic, yeah, man. God, I miss him. I miss Christogenics very, very much. That man, he was a mentor, and that guy was in it from the JTAG days. It's just so sad that he passed away a few years ago, and I really do miss him. He was a real good friend of mine, and I really miss him badly. All right, so anyway, yeah, a little history lesson there. Chris did a lot of stuff for the community, you know, I mean, he did so much for the community, it wasn't even funny. You know, the names I see today, they're new people that are in the scene, they're doing stuff and everything, which is really cool, you know, and I really do appreciate it. The old timers, boy, that like me, that have been around for a long time, we really miss those people that have gone from the scene or have passed on, you know, out of this world, and that's what happened to Chris. He died of cancer, the poor guy, and I will never forget him as long as I live. The guy was definitely a good person, and he did a lot of good things for the community, for sure. And he engineered a lot of stuff that people are talking about today. That, oh, look what I did. No, you didn't do that. That was done years ago. Okay, you just don't know about it. All right. So I mean, it's just one of those things, But then again, generation after generation, that's the way it works. All right. So anyway, Mr. Hiya How. Okay, this is your console. It's 320 gig. I'm gonna fire this bitch up. Let's see what it does. Okay, hopefully I set the CPU key in there for this one here. Hey, I'm human. Okay, I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. Okay, just things happen. Anybody that runs around saying that they're perfect, they need to have their head freaking examined. I got news. All right. So anyway, we're booted up. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me swap on over to the capture card right here. Here we go. It's good to see you, Antonio. I'm glad you're doing well, man. I miss you. It's been kind of crazy on Facebook because I mean, like I said, my account is restricted. I've got 10 more days, okay, and then I can start posting again. Unfortunately, thanks for nothing, Facebook. Greatly do appreciate you. You freaking suck. I hope you move. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I got some nice choice words for them. All right. Anyway, okay, as you can see, CFBR, okay, we're already up to date. We don't have to worry about that crap, all right? And now what we're going to do, this is a 320 gig drive, okay? So we're going to go through this thing. All right, start off at Xbox 360. And as you can see, we work our way through. You got a little bit more on this one, okay? You got a lot more on this one, actually. And, of course, you got your 2K hoops, okay? You got your Gears of War. You got your Grand Theft series. You got your Halo series. You got Mass Effect Trilogy. You got Minecraft. You got NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, of course. And then we're back to the dashboard. Now, okay, Xbox Live Arcade. All right, you got a ton of Live Arcade on there, a little bit more than what's on the other one. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have your classic game, okay? You got one classic game on here, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, okay, as you can see. All right, and then of course you got a couple indie games on there, and emulators. Okay, you got your Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, FCE 360, NES emulator, back to Game Boy Advance. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Xbox 360. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna see if we make it to the dashboard without having a disaster. Okay, there we go. Hi-ya-ha! You're on Alliance Live. Okay, there you go. Good, got it. Good. Okay, and there we are. Going to have surgery? No, man, no. Antonio, what they're doing to me is they're going to go ahead and they're going to open up a vein in my leg. Okay, so they're going to balloon a vein in my leg. That's the thing, because there's a restriction in my leg. So they're going ahead and and after a while walking it hurts. So they're going to go in there. They're just going to perform. It's just a minor surgery. I'm there overnight, and then I'm back out, and recovery is not even a couple days. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be RGHing consoles while I'm sitting here with the surgical leg and all that kind of good stuff. So it's gonna be good. But anyway, hey, listen, only the strong survive, and if you let a little surgery get in your way, you got a problem. Okay, no, you don't do that. So anyway, as you can see, we're up, we're online, we're live. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing hut. And then over in the fifth tab, we have our Advanced Warfare, BO2, Ghosts, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. And then we go ahead, we'll bring this back. And that's going to take us back out. And that's going to take us to Aurora. So, hiya. Thank you very, very much for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. Okay, we're shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number, a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch. I don't know why I have to keep saying that, because people they message me, hey man, it's stuck at the Xbox 360. Did you watch the video? Well, no, I didn't get a link. I sent you a link. No, I didn't. Oh, there it is. I'm like going like, oh my god, please watch the freaking video before you start the damn thing. Once you do that and you get it up on your network, you won't have any problems. I promise. Okay, it'll be fine. So anyway, I thank you so much for your business, man. Shipping off tomorrow. You'll have a signature. You got signature confirmation. You have a tracking number via USPS. Thank you so much. Now we're going to say goodbye to Hiya. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swap back over one more time. You get to see a lady. You're full of cocaine. Yeah. No, they're not going to. No, they're not going to. They're not going to friggin' pump me full of cocaine, okay? That would be a bad thing, okay? We don't need to do that, all right? That would be very, very bad. So now, okay. Please, my heart's had enough. I don't need any more than that. All right, good old Matt Ellsworth, 320 gig, okay? Oh, and also for you guys here, just so you know, all right? Look, I no, I don't want you to start up. What are you doing? Get off of there, sensitive little bastard. Okay, listen, it's a 320 gig drive. Now, all of these say 250. Why? Because you see, I buy new ones, and they're all 250. Okay, you can put any size 2.5 drive in there. All right. So this is a 320. So it says 250 on it. It's not a 250. It is a 320. Okay. Everybody gets what they pay for. Okay. There's no shenanigans going on. It's just these are brand new shells that I buy, and they, unfortunately, they label them. I wish that they would label them HDD, but instead, no, they use 250 on it. So everybody thinks, hey man, I ordered a 1 terabyte. It's 1 terabyte, believe me. And then they open it up and you're like, oh yeah, so it is. I'm like going, yeah, believe me, it's 1 terabyte. So anyway, just to let you know. All right. And what? That didn't. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, Matt, we're gonna fire this thing up. Let's see what happens. Okay. Hopefully, no surprises. Now, go ahead. Here we go. All right. I hate to say this, but every time I do, something happens. But it seems to be everything's running pretty smoothly tonight, which I'm kind of like shocked. Okay. Normally that doesn't happen, okay? But it is right now. It's something else. Mr. Ramirez, I don't need a nurse, remember, okay? I'm married. Now. Alright. Here we go. Let me go ahead. I'm going to sync this up here. Not now. Ask me later. Okay? And now, as you can see, alright, we are into Aurora. I'm going to go ahead. Xbox 360, alright, and again, it's going to be the same complement as the one before, which is 320 gig drive. You got your Borderlands, you got Bulletstorm, you got Call of Duties on there at the yin yang, your NBA 2K, Hoops, you got Gears of War, Grand Theft Autos, you got your Halo, you got Mass Effect, you got NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, Saints Row, so on and so forth. Alright, now, Xbox Live Arcade, you got a ton of Live Arcade on there, it should keep you busy, and yes, it does come with the 007, the one that was not released, that was released, okay? And it was modded by my friend Stuart Stone, who fixed the title artwork and everything else on that thing. So yes, that is the one that everybody wants. Then of course you got your homebrew section where your tools reside, and of course you got your classic game on there, and then you have your indie games on there, and of course you have your emulators. You got FCE 360, okay, which is NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator, so on and so forth. Now what we're gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead. And we're going to hit the dashboard, and hopefully no insanity happens, okay, which it didn't. That's good. There you go. Hello, Matt. You're good to go. All right, as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. And then, of course, over in the fifth tab, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring it back. Kind of like a no-frills deal, I like simplicity. Simplicity is the mother of invention. Just simple enough to work. Not too simple that it doesn't work, Einstein said that. But anyway. Listen, there you go, Matt. Thank you for your business. Shipping it off tomorrow. You have your tracking number in your email, along with the link to the startup setup video that you need to watch. Make sure to watch it. Listen, thanks so much for watching, guys. I greatly do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All right, and I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And, yeah. Hey, Brandon, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. All right, yeah, Antonio, let me tell you something right now. The 360, this will never go out of style. Why? Because, not only does it do all of this crap here, it also makes you have your Xbox 360 titles, you got your Xbox Live Arcade, and so on and so forth, and, and you got emulators on here, which, it's not going to go out of style. That's why the older 360, the original one, didn't go out of style. Because why? That thing is modded to hell and back. I have one. I've got over what? I've got 2 terabytes of emulation and original Xbox 360 game. Original Xbox games and all that on there, because it's a multi-purpose machine. Also, it's still online. It's still live. You can still play with it. It's crazy. This is not going to go out of style for a while. A lot of people, they say, oh, well, it's only good for modding online. No, it does a lot more than just modding online. You can do so much with this thing, it's not funny. And another thing, too, if you want to make it bigger, you can get an external drive. and you can, you know, format it. You can get up to a 2 terabyte right now. Now, mind you, I'm testing Eaton's uh, Fat Explorer, which, you know, there's some kernel patches that have to be done in there, but it allows all the way up to 16 terabytes. So if you have a 360, you can get 16 terabytes, and I mean that's basically the whole damn library of Xbox 360 stuff, and put it on one drive, which is insane. Okay, I mean, but it's happening. Okay, it's also going to be, you know, for the original Xbox as well. So there's a lot of reasons why, people want these things. It's not just for online modding. No, it's for, they love college football revamped. They love hoops. They love, they love emulators. I mean, it's more nostalgic purposes than anything right now, which is really cool. But you can still get online and you can still play. It's that simple. I mean, so like I said, this thing's going to be around for a while. And what's really nice is they're cheap. They're not that expensive anymore. I remember when a JTAG console, offline JTAG, with a 20 gig hard drive went for $500. That was back in like 2000, 2007, 2008, late 2008, after they just came out with it and everything, up until 2009 when they did the block to patch the JTAG, and then Tyros and Gleegly come out, and guess what? Well, here we go, and they come up with the RGH with the reset glitch hack, crashing the CPU console, and breaking the security that way, Now we have RGH, then Josh Davidson, he can't, well, then there was good old a 15432 Alexi, who was a good friend of mine. He came out with RGH 1.2 for the FAT. He did RGH 2, and he did so many timing files it wasn't funny for the Ace chip and everything. And I mean, it was great back then. And then he came out with RGH 1.2, instant boot all the time on Fat Jaspers and everything. Then Josh Davidson comes along. He does RGH 1.2 for the Slim because he found the PLL. Okay, I mean, it's just it's been progressive. And then what does Alexi do? He comes back with RGH 3 chipless install. What do you need chips for? I mean, which is like, it's God. So, I mean, you can see the lineage as it goes along. It's pretty cool. But, like I said, these things are going to be around for a while. So, and a lot of people, they buy them. I have people that buy them daily, every day. So, it's all good. Like I said, and, like I said, it's a cheap form of entertainment. And, I mean, if you want to keep your kids busy and everything else, well, you play the emulators and stuff like that. I mean, don't let them get to the real adult games. I mean, unless you don't care. I mean, but, the N Spectrum is a very versatile machine that works across many, many gaming platforms, which is really cool, So, listen, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope that you all have a great night, and you take good care of yourselves. Be safe and be kind, and remember, if you're drinking tonight, be careful, okay? Make a phone call, all right? Have someone come pick you up if you drink too much, okay? I'd like to keep you around for a while. I don't need to read about people in the paper, all right? It doesn't really go over too well with me. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. You all have a great night, and I'm going to holler at you later. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Have a good one, and I got consoles to build tomorrow. So I'll be back. See you later, guys.